Alright, let's see.
You ever notice how like those big inflatable pools at like gatherings, barbecues,
I actually have no idea what you're talking
Thanksgiving,
about.
and then they always have like those pools out for the little kids, right, to go swimming in.
Okay.
By the end of that day, every time, without fail,
It's deflated?
no, it's filled
Oh.
with grass
Yeah,
all the time, and
I'll
I was
agree
like,
with
this
that too.
sucks. This is horrible. And I realized, it took me like years to ouch.
Jeez.
Took me years to figure it out that, like kids will get in and out and they're all wet, so the grass will stick to their feet and then they immediately hop back in.
But I actually have no idea what you're talking about. But you know what I do have?
You know that family that would invite us to Thanksgiving every time, every year?
Yeah.
Yeah, place things like that.
But you know what they actually have?
Uh-huh.
They'll have a little pool
Uh-huh.
and a slide.
Yeah. A slip and slide, right?
Yeah,
That never
yeah,
worked.
exactly.
Slip and slides are the bomb. Like,
No, they are not.
I would if you gave me like a slip and slide on a downhill slope, told me this thing
Okay,
works
well,
and you'll go
on the
flying,
on a like slope, yeah, but
I'm gonna ride that thing all day,
pause.
man. Oh crap! Oh no, I'm going to go down that slip and slide all day. There, that was bad phrasing on my part. Oh
Extremely.
God.
But but you know, it's on it's on a
You just hear that in
slope.
the other room, like I'm gonna ride that all day. Yo, are you gay, man? No, I'm talking about slip and slides. What?
The funny thing is, nobody probably even talks about slip and slides
No,
anymore.
nobody goes like, guys, guess what I'm doing on a Friday night?
I'm gonna
Get
I'm gonna go
here's a
down the
hint.
slip and
Here's a hint. I'm gonna ride it all night. Everyone would just look at you in like confusion and disappointment.
That's too funny. But yeah,
It,
I mean, if it was on the slope, then yeah, but it would be fun. But kids, I mean, no, parents who get these slip and slides for their kids, they
Parents
don't.
don't have a hill.
Yeah, like it's gonna be on a flat surface, so it's
Yeah,
not gonna be fun.
parents are lame.
Okay,
That's too far. Remember the
exactly.
time we broke those people's hammocks? That hammock.
What?
Remember that?
No.
The people who invite us to Thanksgiving, every year, right? And they
Okay.
had a hammock, and we were just sitting on it.
Oh,
We were just sitting on it, chilling, and then it
oh,
just snapped and fell.
oh,
Do you
yeah.
remember that?
I think I actually do.
Mm-hmm. And Spidey's out. Oh, okay.
What I do remember was we broke a window on the somebody's window from the that was actually like a street over. We we were hanging out with a neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
being immature and whatnot, and we were throwing rocks into their
That's a
hot tub.
completely different story, man.
I know, but you said we were talking about stuff that we
Hmm.
remember.
Well, you said what I remember. I thought, oh, you remember something different, but you just brought up a completely different story. That's like how apparently our grandma has had a trend of doing this. You know how people say, speaking of this, and then say something related to it?
Uh-huh.
Our mom has told us countless times that her mom has a trend of saying, speaking of this, and we just say something completely off topic.
Give an example of that.
For instance, let's say we're watching Spider-Man right
Oh
now.
no.
Oh, nice job. You went out of bounds. We're watching Spider-Man, and then
We're watching Spider-Man skateboard.
our grandma, rest in peace, who would say,
Our great grandma.
no, not our great grandma, our grandma, our mom's mom.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay.
She would say, speaking of Spider-Man, who wants to try the sandwich? And people would say, Grandma, that's not,
That's not.
has nothing to do with Spider-Man. Spider-Man probably eats sandwiches. You're absolutely right. Spider-Man eats pizza. It's pizza time.
Didn't wasn't I trying to in was it our first gaming video where I tried to do a theme for Like you tried to remind me of the Spider-Man pizza theme, and I was like da da
Yeah,
da da, and
yeah.
you said that's not it
That's
at
not
all.
it.
Wow.
Oh, Spidey's dead. Oh my god. I want a skate game where it's basically just bog standard. Maybe they even just copy Pro Skater 2, but then each wipeout is just horrific. That's all I want.
You gotta play one of like the the super new ones.
But I still want him to get up like it never happened. Like say when Spider-Man, here, wipe out for me, real quick if you will.
All right, hold on. I got you. Yeah, I do. I got you. I'll fail. I'll bail right now. What?
Oh man, Spidey's too good.
I mean, it is Spider-Man. Alright, so then what I'll do is no. Okay, I'm trying too hard.
Why can't we kill ourselves?
Dude, what in the
Oh,
world?
yeah, this is lazy. Yeah, and instead of that, I just want like him to land dead center on his head, and you see his neck completely like do a 180 or something. His arm
That would
bends the
be.
opposite way, but then he stands up like normal, and then he's just like, "Whoa, that was crazy." And every wipeout is more horrific than the last, until eventually,
They die?
no, until like it
Okay.
looks like the game is glitching out, but that's just a normal animation. Yeah, like that, where he kind of like bangs his head. This one, you just see him like, and you hear the crack, and then he just gets up.
That would be not. I don't think I'd want to play
I
that.
would play the heck out of that game because it would be so hilarious. And I don't, I want the screams to be like really comical. They'll be like, "Oh, heck, oh my god," and but meanwhile,
Like
like,
the Happy Wheel sound effect.
yeah,
Like, oh
oh
god.
god, their body language is like, kill me. I'm dying right now.
But then they get right back
Yeah,
up.
they're like, ooh, close call. I want like a giant, like, yeah. I just want to see him get folded up like an accordion, and they say, "Oh golly."
But yeah, you gotta play like one of these new ones. The bells are kind of not to like make it sound bad, but the bells are better.
In skate, they ragdoll.
You gotta play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. The
Mm.
bells in there, like we got it on Xbox
Mhm.
360, and the bells are pretty bad.
You know, in skate is the best because they have a.
Like there's actually blood.
Oh, is there? There is blood in another one. In skate, they have an entire mode to just wiping out. It's called
Yeah, the Hollow
the
Meat.
Hall of Meat, which, if you're a skater, means wipeouts. If you're a
Don't
21-year-old
hooker.
beautiful, I wasn't gonna say hooker. I was gonna say beautiful, capable, individual woman who mayhaps prefers a little wild side. Hall of Meat. And
Okay.
then there's a butcher, which is obvious. Like
How do you go from
the
a beautiful and
three people,
capable
there are three people in this world who can use the term hollow meat to describe something: skaters, beautiful individual women, and butchers.
who enjoys sex?
Yes, that who enjoys the wild side, getting a little down and dirty in 2:30 in the
2:30
afternoon,
in the afternoon.
which is a perfectly respectable time.
Nobody
I sound like a mom.
nobody no. Okay, well, what age group are you talking about?
A perfectly, now I sound like Donald Trump.
Donald Trump would
Donald
not
Trump.
call
D-
a female.
no, he wouldn't. I can't even do a good impression. Apologies. I
It's
like
decent.
I like these women as my property. Nothing but property. They're beautiful women, but not even women. Beautiful property. It's all amazing. But for me,
Your hand movements are
that's
like
what he does.
A1.
That's what he does.
I know nobody can see, but like he's doing the
The accordion. I
yeah.
want Donald Trump to be a skater. I want him to kick flip on the stage and just be like, vote for me, and then leaves. I'd vote for him right there.
Uh,
When I turn 21, like old enough to vote, all the president has to do is like either get made into a meme or do something cool.
and he
I
got
won't
your
even.
vote?
I won't even. He
He
got my vote.
or she?
He or she, absolutely. And then they got my vote right then and there. They could have the worst political opinion. They could be like, I want to start World War III. I shouldn't say that because people are gonna be like, he called it. No, like
He
I
called.
want to take over every single country as my own, so I can rule the world, and I want everyone to be under me. I want to beat the crap out of orphans.
At least
But then he'll
he
like,
becomes a meme.
and like that's the rest of my speech. And then like a ladder will come down from a helicopter, and he'll grab on with one arm, and his upper body strength is just so cool. And the chopper just takes him away, and he's like sub and leaves. It'll be so epic.
I'm sorry, I had to pause because I was laughing too
I
hard. That's
At
funny.
that point, he's basically just yelling at me to vote for him.
And you're gonna
I'm gonna go
do
straight to the polls. I'm voting for the man.
that. That's
I would
I
be.
don't know if that's good
I tell people straight up,
or if you're like that supportive to somebody who shouldn't have support.
man, if they're that cool,
That cool to do a uh,
this
a
is a
helicopter ladder ride or
this is a true fact. Once a person transcends a certain amount of coolness,
wait, true to who?
truth to anyone,
True to anyone.
they can kind of get away with a lot more stuff.
What's your
Because
source?
what's my source?
What is your
The
source?
world,
The world.
the world,
What world are you talking about? Like
this world.
this world?
Yeah,
The same world
cool,
as
super cool.
green,
Yeah,
blue.
super cool people can get away with a lot more stuff because they're cool. It's like that man just kicked a baby halfway across the football field, but dang, that was a nice punt. Mr. Cool Guy here. Hey man, don't let Spidey skate by himself.
That's pretty funny, but that's
I
so
need a
like
cool
nobody wants to think about a baby being
people.
punt like Randy Orton punt
Randy
kicked
Orton, huh?
like across a football field.
Randy
Nobody wants to
Orton,
think about that.
no joke, could absolutely 100% punt kick a kid over like a 10-story building. I'm just
He
calling it right now. If
yeah.
he winds up as much as he does in the matches,
He could become president.
he's clearing that he can become president. Mr. Orton, what are your political opinions? Oh, I don't have any of this, but check this out. And then
Oh my god! Oh my god!
he grabs a kid's baby, a parent's baby from the front row.
A
Everyone thinks,
kid's baby.
yeah, a kid's baby. That's not good. A parent's baby from the front row. Everyone thinks, oh, he's gonna do the cliche "I kiss a baby" song, cool. But instead, he just reels his foot back and sends it flying. It's like, vote for me.
Vote for me
Vote for me.
with a peace sign.
And then the next time he RKO's a disabled person, I don't know.
Now, most of y'all might not be WWE fans.
Randy Orton's a wrestler.
I mean, even people who aren't WWE fans know Randy Orton's a
RKO out of
wrestler.
nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but before Randy
had
Orton
an RKO.
had an RKO,
Actually, it was
they
like in
did
between
them
it.
both of, but like he used to do a punt kick,
Yeah, he started out with the RKO.
and then he added the punt
He
kick.
added the punt kick, which is a brutal move. It was actually banned. It is still banned, but he still reels it up.
No,
No, he
no.
does. In current time, I think he did it at SummerSlam against Brock Lesnar in 2016, where he like, did the thing to reel it up, but he never hits the move.
Because it gets reversed.
It's no, yeah, because it's banned, but it is nasty.
Now, like we were saying, that was one of his Randy Orton's older moves. For
Mm-hmm.
anybody that didn't know what the punt kick was, but in our, like we're both WWE fans.
Uh-huh.
He, Nate is more of the current WWE fan, and you know,
Trying to keep up.
I like the classic. Well, not necessarily classic, but
Mm-hmm.
like 2000s.
I gotta watch SmackDown tomorrow.
But
Oh God.
Nate keeps up with attempts to keep up with
Mm-hmm.
the current day.
I was away all summer, so I missed so many weeks.
So there are two dudes in today. There's Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, and they both kind of have a similar finishing move, right?
What are we talking about?
Seth Rollins has he stomps the dude's face into the ground, right?
Yeah,
And then Finn
that's
Balor does a coup de grace,
mm,
which is technically the same thing, but he does it from
top
the
rope,
top rope.
and he lands on his gut, and Seth Rollins drives the person's head into the mat.
So
That move was made for a while.
with that in mind, Nate, what do you think is the worst move?
Like most dangerous, or other like worse than it's just really bad. Like not a
Um,
good move at all.
I'm gonna say dangerous.
Dangerous.
Like, what move can have more of an effect if
Uh,
done over repeatedly on uh,
well, that's actually an interesting question
like continuous nights?
because it could have negative effects to the person taking the move and then the person giving it. For those of you who don't know, Hulk Hogan, his leg drop, he lost 4 inches off his total height.
4 inches of what?
It's it, don't say that. His spine, he shrunk his whole body a total of 4 inches because his
He
finishing move.
in the 80s he was like 6'8",
Mm-hmm.
and then you know current day he's like
Because
six
his
four.
finishing move was the atomic leg drop, which is where the other person's on the mat and he brings up his leg, jumps into the air, and falls on the person with his leg, but his spine, like every night, would take that bump, and over the course of what, a decade,
Couple
that
decades,
could mess you up. Same thing with
couple even a few decades,
mm-hmm,
because Hulk Hogan went into
WCW,
yeah,
yeah,
and he
um,
continued to do that move.
yeah. Same thing with that's actually, I think he was asked a question like if you could change anything about your career, what would you do? He said come up with a better finisher. That wasn't so bad. Another example, Lex Luger. His
Now hold on, before we move on to something else, do you think having the big boot as the build up signature move,
hmm
do you think that could have had any effect as well?
No way, man. It's really Big Boot is really safe because
Right.
most of the time, the person who gets hit with the Big Boot is running into it. Hulk Hogan is just lifting up his leg.
Alright.
But yeah, Lex Luger, he has a special move called the torture rack, which is what he did was he took a guy up, put him on his shoulders in like a fireman's carry.
You gotta explain that. Not a
Um,
lot of people might know what Found the Scary
Basically,
is.
when you're playing with your little sibling and you pick them up and you have them on your shoulders. You know, John Cena's attitude adjustment. That's how he has him basically, and he rocks the person up and down on his shoulders, and that's like a submission move, and it's supposed to make him tap out. That man like ruined his back doing that. So that's both moves, the leg drop and the torture rack, were dangerous for the person giving the move. For the person taking it, pile driver instantly comes to that. Pile driver is just a move where you take your opponent's, you put your, this is weird, but since wrestling is wrestling, you take the opponent,
Wrestling is
yeah,
wrestling.
you take the opponent's head, put it between your legs, like your thighs, and then you lift him up so his body is parallel to yours, and then you just jump and land on your butt, and it's supposed to look like you're spiking the person's head. If
Into the ground.
if done
The
in
mat.
yeah in the mat, if done incorrectly,
That can.
that can cost your career.
And like the only person who does it today is the Undertaker, right?
But the tombstone is one of the safest.
Right.
It took years off Stone Cold Steve Austin's career because he took a pile driver from this other wrestler,
Jerry Lawler?
Owen Hart,
Ah.
and Owen Hart didn't do it right because Steve's head was too far down. So what? He just gave him a legitimate pile driver and spiked his neck into the mat.
That gotta hurt.
It probably. um. What else are some dangerous moves?
Well, actually, I think we can save that for another episode. We
Another episode?
can continue this convo because we've probably been
We can call it
talking.
an episode right here, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Yeah.
end this running. Yeah, we've probably been playing for like 30 minutes
The
or so.
one thing to leave off, this is a bad note, so you might want to tell a joke immediately after. Some kid who was practicing wrestling moves on his friend killed him because he tried a pile driver. Sorry about my voice crack. He tried a pile driver and killed him.
Yeah,
So why did the chicken cross the road?
the funny thing is, I got an entire note page
Mm-hmm.
of jokes that I've written myself.
That's good.
So,
We're not
go ahead and
we're not gonna joke
say
about
that again. So, and then like I'll have a joke ready.
we're not gonna joke about the person dying. It's horrible. We're just gonna try to lighten the mood. So this person practiced wrestling moves on his neighbor, accidentally killed him when he tried a pile driver. So
Who is an Alice Paper magician?
who?
Who did?
Oh God, dude. That's all the time we have. I gotta go call my lawyer.
Bye.